Really good one today, my WTFers, that's for sure. See, the kids even think it's a good one. This one's about how you get out of your own way to grow and get past the lies you've told yourself for all those years for quite some time. So let's get to it. Hit that intro now.
Welcome to the Where's the Focus podcast. WTF is an entertaining yet educational ride with top guests from every industry. Knowing where your focus goes, your energy flows. Hosted by top-selling author, sought-after speaker, leading coach, and high-level executive in the financial industry, Daniel Manginelli. So, WTF.
Here we go. What's the hat, my podcast family? How are you doing? Is that
crazy?
No, I don't think I'm crazy, but welcome back to the WTF. Where is the Focus podcast? Hey, you know what? If you're new with us today, first of all, thank you for that. If you're new with us, this is a podcast for those who need a quick reminder what you're focused on. Sometimes it becomes our reality, and only if you let it. So with that, let's jump right into today's topic, shall we? I think we shall. So the question I have today is, what lies have you told yourself about yourself that stop you from doing the things that you believe in or that you really love? This is a tough one. It's a tough one for all of us to grasp because none of us want to ever admit that we're flawed or a little broken, and we want to cover up these things that we hold that are just our insecurities. And for me, as a youth, I struggled in school. Imagine that, huh? As a youth, I struggled in school. When all the other kids were learning and retaining information, I could remember, I couldn't remember the last sentence I just read to repeat it in class. If they said any kind of reading comprehension, I had no idea. I couldn't focus. And if there was a bit of distraction, I was the distraction for the others because I was able to mask it somehow. Now it's called ADHD, just in case you're wondering. I was able to mask it by making others laugh and charming the teachers not to fail me. Believe that, huh? So for many years in elementary school, I told myself the lie that I was dumb. And I couldn't learn. I couldn't study, or I couldn't even pass a test. And it was easy to live with that lie. I told myself because it was what others were telling me about myself. And it wasn't until in 7th grade where I changed schools that I got away from those who labeled me that way. I was able to change my routine and I excelled with some different teachers and some different motivation and a different mindset that I had. Don't get me wrong, I'm still not the smartest. But as soon as others believed in me, I started believing in myself. So now as I'm asking you, what do you do about it? Do you have that lie you tell yourself because it's easy to tell people that? That's just who I am? Or I just can't do that. I can't do it that way. They're different than me. You know, luckily I learned that a lie becomes a choice. It's a choice you get. It's a choice who you want to be. And it's a choice if you can do that. The worst part is if you let that lie become a routine. You continue to do it because it's comfortable and it doesn't require addressing the real issue. That complacency can lead to missed opportunities and lack of any improvement in all aspects of our life. We need to fight this self-deprecation and this thing that causes this limiting belief, this rationalization in our minds, how we reason with ourselves that, you know, it's just okay because that's who I am. It's not. Because if you believe that, it's going to hold you back from reaching your full potential and stop any kind of personal growth. It's a quick one. So our homework today is identify those inner narratives you have. You know, the little guy in your head that says, I'm not good enough. I don't deserve success. I wasn't brought up that way. I don't look the part of a successful person and I could never change. It's all bullcrap, complete. Because that becomes our reality if we say it enough and we say it long enough and we say it to other people because they start believing that lie about you too. So as soon as you hear that voice in your head, you know, you have for many years, Stop and say to yourself, this is a choice. I'm better than that. I deserve more. Then you have to have the discipline to act on it. That's where it becomes tough. Remind yourself you have a growth mindset, that your worth and your abilities are better than this lie you tell yourself. This isn't, again, guys, a one and done that's just going to happen one time and boom, switch is going to go off. You have to fight that little guy in your head, reminding you of the falsehood that some 8-year-old kid might have told you that you're dumb. You can't write 2 books. You can't be successful. You can't have a podcast. You can't run a business. You can't sell a company. Kind of get the picture? Could have believed that lie. I was able to change it by knowing that's not who I was. A growth mindset allows you to embrace the challenges as opportunities and helps you learn and helps you improve. Take a small step today. It's going to happen. It just will today. When you're thinking of doing that uncomfortable thing and those thoughts come into you, what are they going to think about me? They're going to know that I'm not this smart. They're going to know I'm not good enough. How am I going to start? Then that great feeling leaves you and you go back to that lie that someone told you that you're just not smart enough and you can't learn and you're dumb. You have to fight through it. So I need all of you today is when you hear that, stop and write a small message to yourself. This is what I did. Write a small message on any piece of paper or on anything you have. Or when it happens to you now, you're going to start saying it in your mind. But I would suggest writing it on any paper near you. Write this. I'm better than that. And I can do it. Just that. I'm better than that. And I can do it. When things start going the way that you've been telling yourself to lie in your mind for all these years, I'm better than that. And I can do it. Now, you might not believe it in the moment because that's an ingrained lie that you've told yourself for many years, and you're not going to believe it right in that moment, but you say it long enough and the truth will come out, and you will. Listen up, it's a deep one this week. Stop letting years of lies in your mind stop you from achieving your full potential in life. Your action might not be perfect, but it's going to let you grow into the person that you're meant to be. What do you think of that? You got something there. Stop believing the lies. Take action this week. And for sure, as always, my WTFers, go have fun.
Little wishes far from